always kept an open mind about music and about songs. I just I hear a voice that I like. It may be anywhere from Johnny Cash to Karen Carpenter. Growing up, Karen Carpenter to me had one of the best voices, like a voice, that I loved. Although I didn't really do a lot of her songs or anything, just things that I loved. But then I got to hearing like the Eagles, and for instance, and hearing their harmonies, and of course they were more toward the rock kind of pop edge, but I just loved what they did. Groups like Poco and Pure Prairie League and people like that. I also loved, the Beatles and what they did, because I was about 9 years old when the Beatles stormed the United States of America. And they started. At first, their songs were kind of like, bubblegummy. I thought, at first, but then as you started to dig into what they did and what they said, and then I appreciated really what they were doing. God, there were so many things. Jim Reeves, to me, one of the first voices I ever heard on the radio when he sang, "Put your sweet lips a little closer to the phone." When I heard that, I just fell in love with country music. And Eddie Arnold, people like that, and just so many others. Of course, Loretta Lynn, she was powerful voice, and every time you hear her, even today, it just sticks out like a sore thumb. She's so good, so powerful, and so and she was who she was, But to me, there's only two kinds of music: good and bad, and I try to stick with the good. Although I remember telling my dad when I first heard Bob Dylan, I said, "Dad, he can't sing." I said, "He just can't sing," and I wasn't a fan. But then I started listening to his songs and fell in love with him, because he had something. And that's one good thing about music. You don't have to be the best singer in the world. You just got to feel it with your heart and present it and be yourself, be true to yourself. And I think it leads to, it's what built me, I think, all these years doing other people's songs. And it kind of, when I started writing, like Elizabeth was my first song, I think all the songs before that I had learned and all the things that I had done had come to, all of a sudden I could create something. And I think all these songs kind of helped make that song, if that makes sense. It was a beautiful melody that I had in my head, and I thought all I need is a name to go along with it. And you couldn't step too far out of the boundaries of what the Statler Brothers were at the time. You had to keep it, realistic. Like, you couldn't step way out and go, "Oh, I want to do a song like the Eagles," because it wasn't the Eagles, it was the Statler Brothers. So you had to kind of cater towards that, and you just had to realize where you were and do what's necessary to make that as good as you can. And that's what I tried to do. I wanted the Statler Brothers to be back on top and doing well, just like they were before, because it was going to be a lot of it was going to be riding on me to make that happen. But thank God, people accepted me, and it worked out.